In this video, I'm going to show you how to rip out hardwood floors without totally obliterating them. Now, there's way faster ways to do this. We would cut the floor in the other direction and just come through with a massive breaker bar and just bust all this wood up. But we're trying to preserve this a little bit. Now, it's still going to crack and break in some areas, but you're still going to have some good wood. We're going to start out by cutting a couple rows down the middle. Then we're going to be able to get our pry bar in there and start prying it up. The key to not totally obliterating every piece is to work it out slowly. So we're going to pound our flat bar in, and then we're going to move it down, pound it in again, keep pounding it in. And the slower you go, the more of the wood you'll preserve. Now, we're still moving along pretty good here, and frankly, we're going to ruin a good chunk of this wood still, but there'll definitely be some that's still usable, whether you're trying to do, some crafts with it, or if you're trying to use it as floor again. Just kind of a warning, if you are trying to use it again as a floor, a second time floor always is going to squeak and move a lot worse, just because there's undoubtedly going to be some damage no matter how much effort you put into keeping it in one piece. I know you're probably thinking, why are those baseboards still on there? And don't worry, we're about to get to it. But when you're doing a project and you just really put off something that's tedious and annoying, well, removing baseboard is kind of tedious and annoying, and I imagine that's why Patrick's putting it off here. Be sure to score that baseboard with the utility knife before you pull it off, or else you're going to rip the skin off the drywall. We've got a trim puller here, which is essentially a big flat bar that keeps you from damaging the drywall as much. It is still really easy to break through and screw the drywall up. As you can see, this baseboard was really attached well by the trim carpenters, so we're probably going to be having to replace a piece or two of it. When you go to pull all the little nails out of the wall, you're going to want to have some of these crescent trim pullers here. And I'll drop a link to them down below, but they allow you to get a lot of leverage and pull little items that would be next to impossible with pliers. We use them constantly. This floor is going in a dumpster, so we're not actually saving it. So if you think we're going a little too fast and breaking a little bit too much, that's why. We just want to be able to give you guys an idea of how to do it. If we wanted to take all day to do this, we could save pretty much the entire thing. This big yellow demolition bar is also something you're going to want to have. It's not going to be your main method for removal probably, but if you need to pound something underneath to kind of loosen it up, it's got a much fatter claw on it, so just the act of pounding it underneath is going to loosen the flooring up. Once you've got the process started, it moves along pretty quick. I just recommend be really careful of where you walk after you rip it all up. These are staples, so they don't poke through your boots nearly as bad, but if this was an old floor from the 60s or a modern one that they use cleats on, those things will go straight through your boots. And if you're wondering which is stronger, we always use cleats. Cleats are stronger, they hold the floor better in place, but staples are cheaper, so that's why you're going to see them used a lot. But honestly, I really doubt it makes that big of a difference in the long run. After fastening this floor down really well, we're going to apply some liquid moisture barrier, and we're going to let it dry and start dropping in the new walnut. Here's the final product. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe.